There's more fruit in the Port of San Diego's future. The port just signed a 24-year lease with Dole Fresh Fruit Company. Some call the deal good business, but there is renewed criticism that it unwisely commits the port to the cargo business at 10th Avenue Marine Terminal, and that this prime piece of real estate could be put to better and more profitable use. Joining me are Erik Bruvold, president of the National University System Institute for Policy Research, and Randa Coniglio, the port's executive vice president. Erik, what does this 24-year deal do for San Diego?
Well, the port plays a critical role, and maritime trade plays a critical role in driving our economy. At the height of their business in 2008, we estimated that the economic impact of those two maritime terminals worth 4.5 Super Bowls every year to San Diego.
There is an argument that the Port of San Diego hasn't quite reached its full potential, and that it's just not as bustling as the ports of Los Angeles and Long Beach. Do you agree with that contention?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, those ports are at a different scale than what we have in San Diego. But it's important to realize why. They have really robust rail connections. They have lots of truck traffic in the surrounding neighborhoods. Those are really industrial facilities. 10th Avenue, on the other hand, is in a neighborhood, Barrio Logan. And we have to understand that that puts some constraints on the amount of cargo that we can move through that facility. There's opportunities. Clearly, this is a way in which to further leverage it for those. But we need to understand we're never going to be a Los Angeles and Long Beach, nor I don't think the public really wants to see that kind of industrial activities at the facility.
Are there any steps that the Port of San Diego can take, though, to basically reach that potential closer?
Well, I think the lease that's being signed is one of those steps. If you look at it, one of the things that we're being able to do at that facility is move bananas and fruit, things that are perishable, things that need to get off the ships quickly. Well, Dole's one tenant, but there will be other tenants who can't wait with the kinds of delays they have at Los Angeles and Long Beach, which will look to San Diego because of those improvements that are being made dockside.
Randa, there has been criticism about the length of this lease, that the contention is that the port has essentially locked itself into using 1 million square feet of public land on the bayfront for the next 24 years, and that it limits its flexibility. Why did the port agree to do it for that long?
Well, first I'd like to take the opportunity to clarify something. The lease has been characterized as unprecedented, and it's unprecedented for Dole, but not for the Port of San Diego. We have leases that are up to 66 years long all over port tidelands. So it's just really important to clear that up. Dole had an option to extend the term of their existing lease for 10 years, and we feel we did a lot to keep some really good jobs in San Diego by extending the term of the lease.
What was in it for Dole to sign a 24-year lease? Often businesses, they want the same flexibility, so they don't want to pin themselves down. And there is a belief among some, they don't have the exact numbers, but there's a belief that it was almost a giveaway to Dole. What were the terms of this agreement? What is Dole paying in rent now, and what will it be paying in 24 years?
So last year, our revenues from the Dole lease were around $2 million a year. The new rent is discounted about 10%, so it'll go down to about 1.8 in the first year. So we did what we needed to do to be competitive in today's market and keep Dole here, but more than made up for it in terms of other things and other elements of the lease and the revenues on the backside.
On the backside, meaning in 24 years?
No. We have opportunities to increase the rent in 5 years, and again, I believe every 5 years after that.
There are two thoughts in San Diego regarding the 10th Avenue Marine Terminal. Some people say, look, we need that. We need San Diego to be the global gateway of goods and services. And other people say, look, that land there could be put to better use. Maybe a stadium could be built there. Maybe it could be a public park.
Right.
Maybe it could be a hotel. And that the length of this lease is simply an attempt to muzzle any kind of public debate on that issue. What is your response?
Well, the Port of San Diego's mission and mandate, in fact, is to do 5 things. But number 1, to promote waterborne commerce. We're using a rare deep water berthing asset to promote waterborne commerce. And you can put a stadium inland. In fact, Mayor Sanders has a plan that they're working on just inland from the 10th Avenue Marine Terminal that we support.
You know, I think it's really important to...
I'm sorry, we've got to wrap it up there. Erik, Randa, thank you so much.